Assalamu alaikum, everyone. You are now tuned to Shaquille and Company on America's Islamic Radio. I'm your host, Kevin Shaquille, and today's interview is sponsored by the Mugs and Bean Company, JG Advisors, and Tech Bytes. Today's we have a very exciting interview with the creators of the app called Defend It. Today we have Farouk and Lester. Assalamu alaikum, guys. How you guys doing today?
Wa Islam, brother. Thanks for having us on the
Of
show,
course,
man.
welcome. How's the traffic getting in today?
It was pretty hectic. I think the nice weather, everybody wants to
It's
go out.
beautiful
Yeah,
outside.
it's beautiful
We're getting
today.
spring. I'm not in a suit anymore today. Had to let my body breathe
Yes.
today. How's everything?
Alhamdulillah, can't complain.
So I want to get right into it. Lester, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been in the transportation business for about like 5 years now. I got into it originally in the green cab industry. So originally, when the green cab started, I went all in.
What are
and,
the green cabs?
Green cabs are like the green taxis in New York City. So if you see the opposite of yellow, the green color ones. So they only do like outer borough, no cities. So they officially launched about like 5 years ago. So ever since then, we've been managing and affiliating different vehicles in our base. We have about like 1,500 vehicles
Wow.
right now. Yeah, alhamdulillah, can't complain, man. It was really good. But yeah, we're just trying to grow that space. And from there, I went into different ventures in the transportation business. And, there was a lot of struggles and a lot of complaints from drivers. So that's how we came up with the company Defend It. The app, the whole structure, and the whole layout of the company for it.
And Farouk?
Yes, assalamu alaikum, brother. Thank you for having us again. So my background actually is I studied business finance, and my dad had bought a medallion back in 2000. So
Wow.
he's been into that hustle, and initially, really, what really happened is when he installed the credit card machine in the taxi. I saw that, fell in love with what they did as a company, and saw the potential and supported him all the way. Now, going forward, when Uber was coming around, I'm in school studying, learning about all these different things. I'm telling Dad, I think it's time for you to, sell this bad boy for $1.1 million and let's go into like a retail business.
And did he do it?
Restaurant? No. So my dad had told me, he said, "Listen, son, if there's the last yellow taxi driving around in New York City, that's gonna be me." Okay. So obviously, Dad being Dad, supported him all the way through. Going forward, things tanked, things took a big hit, and
It
so
took
the
a very
bank
big
ended
hit.
up, yeah, the bank ended up coming after the house, on the refinance, and then we told them they didn't have the house, and they ended up taking the medallion away, and so he started driving for Uber. So that's kind of like my entrance into the space of transportation, seeing him drive, getting tickets, dealing with the difficulty of the TLC tickets, the DMV tickets. I've been working on and just to how this is that I've been working on a plan trying to help out the industry, see what we can do for these drivers, right? I have a about 40-page business plan. Laskar and I met today. We are hanging out and then we're talking, we're conversating. I also work with him. He's one of my big clients in my professional job. So we sat down and I said, "Hey, look, this is what I'm thinking about. What do you think?" He looks at me. He says, he pulls out his 50-page business plan. He said, "I'm doing the same exact thing." We shook hands.
Yes, sir.
Alhamdulillah, year and a half ago, after we shook hands, we do this, and got from there, combine our plans, got all the legal stuff done, and built the software and brought it to a reality.
So, can you explain to our viewers exactly what the Defend It app is?
Absolutely. I think you want to touch on that a little bit, and I'll.
Yeah, so basically, what we've been noticing that I want to touch on the TOC aspect of it first. So we've been dealing with a lot of drivers who've been complaining that they're getting this many tickets from the TOC, and they don't know how to go about and deal with it. So you have to understand a lot of the drivers are not as educated and they can't deal with these tickets and the stress. So for example, a driver gets a ticket. The ticket's about $150. He has to park his vehicle around the TOC, which is going to take him about an hour to look for parking, then pay the meter, cost him like, either pay the meter or put it in a parking lot, which is going to cost him like $25 or $50. Then he goes to the TOC, wastes a couple of hours over there, and end of the day, he doesn't win, or he gets a attorney or a TLC rep who he's gonna pay like $200. So I mean, he wasted all his day, which he could have made like $100 to $200 a day right
Exactly.
there. He spent money. So the whole concept came behind this because we've been having drivers come to us complain about all these tickets. So the whole concept is to have a one-stop place where an app where drivers can have access to all the tickets they have gotten. It could be traffic violation, TOC tickets, be able to pay it, and also be able to get a lawyer or a representative to fight for them in TOC or in DMV as well. So without having the problem of an hassle to go to the TOC or the DMV and not having to pay $200, $300, and only either you sign up in a monthly membership or you pay a one-time fee of $89.99. So, we're trying to make it easier for the drivers and for them to have access to the platform and be able to protect themselves from all the tickets. Especially now you got a ticket and you don't attend to the ticket and your license gets suspended. Now you have to wait about a week to get your license fixed. So there's a lot of trouble. So that's how the whole platform came out. Because, end of the day, we want to give back to the community. And being in the transportation business for me and Farouk, we've been dealing with so many drivers that have so many complaints and they need a solution. And the whole idea, the whole plan came out because we want to create a solution for the TOC industry. And that goes also for the DMV industry. A lot of drivers are driving. We all get tickets. Don't get wrong. Don't get me wrong. Everybody gets tickets. People forget to pay their tickets. People get hit with penalty fees. And there is no app or any software that notifies you that, okay, you have 5 days left and you have to pay the ticket before you get hit with the penalty. Because at the end of the day, the state and the city wants to make their fees, So the whole platform is letting you know that, okay, Shaquille, you have a ticket due in 5 days. If you don't pay it, you're going to get hit with the penalty fee.
Of $60.
Yes. So make sure you pay the ticket.
Yeah. And I think fundamentally, right, even when you look at all of that, I think our core, the core values that we have is really to give back to the community, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the way we looked at it is when we sat down and we both combined our business plan as to what we're trying to do and really, refocus on what it is that we're trying to give back. What we realize is that number one, there isn't any affordable legal solution for this industry or this space. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
And the second thing was that if somebody's driving for Uber, a TLC, or DMV, let's say this is what they do professionally, God forbid if they're to get suspended, their license get revoked, their registration gets suspended, right? They can no longer drive. In direct comparison, in real world 9-to-5 job, you're fired.
Mm-hmm.
You no longer have a job.
Until you get your license back.
Right.
Yeah.
You no longer can earn a living for your family. You can't provide food for your family. So we looked at that and we saw that happening every day, and we're like, you know what? There needs to be something. There needs to be a solution that we need to come up with, right? Not only on the business side of it, but on the community side of it. Like, how can we protect these drivers? How can I protect my dad, from calling me and telling me, hey, my license is suspended, I can't drive for a few months, you need to help pay the bills. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't mind supporting, but I definitely don't want to pay the whole bill, So I think it's really at the core of all of what we're trying to do is really give back to the community, understand what is needed, with the gap that's there, and also on the legal defense side. Because, a lot of times when you think about a lawyer, what do you think about? It's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's time consuming. They're gonna, you got to have deep pockets. You got to pay a lot of money. But what if we shift that? What if we change that and provide you affordable legal defense where you have a lawyer that you can communicate with on the platform and talk to any kind of question relating to your tickets, right? That changes things a little bit. Now you feel a little bit more confident. Now you feel a little bit more secure about your job, stability. So I think that's really us trying to give back to the community and also trying to bring an affordable legal defense side to it.
So if you guys are not tuning into Shaquille and Company on America Islamic Radio, we have Laskar and Farouk here. They're the founders and creators of the Defended app, and they're telling us about the app's history and how the app's helping out. You just mentioned about attorneys and legal fees, right?
Yeah.
Do you have attorneys on this as well? They're helping you guys?
Yes.
And what's the average cost for a user? Let's say a person like me, right, who doesn't drive Uber. Can I use this app?
Yeah, so we have a monthly subscription and a flat per ticket basis. So, for example, you can sign up and pay like $9.99 a month.
Okay.
And you will have a legal defense for any lawyers in New York City right now, in New York, like New York counties.
What
as
about
well.
what about Long Island and Suffolk
Yeah,
County?
Long Island as well.
Okay, so
So
whole New York State.
So that's only for the DMV. For TLC, it's $49.99 because
Okay.
that covers for the TOC
$4.99?
aspect. $49.99.
$49.99.
Yeah, so that covers for the TOC aspect and the DMV tickets. So,
So-
because they get like double tickets. You
So
could say.
let's say I sign up for the $9.99, right?
Yeah.
What do I get with that service?
So, for example, you say you get a ticket tomorrow,
Okay.
right? And you want to fight it. So it'll be uploaded on our system on the app, and you want to fight it. You request to fight that, and we will send an attorney for you to the court to fight for you. Now, for example, say he needs his documents and everything, right? All the communication and everything is through the platform.
Okay.
So the way we build our platform is you don't have to call a lawyer, you don't have to go to the lawyers. Whatever is needed is going to be through the platform. So if you're on a monthly base program, all your tickets are going to be protected and fought for as well.
So what information would I need to provide in the app for you for this to sign up?
So signing up is free, by the way.
Okay.
So anybody can sign up right now. Our website is actually live, defended.io, and
You can look at our camera and tell
so
our viewers.
our website right now is live. It's defended.io, and anyone can sign up. What you have to do is you have to put your driver's license number and your plate number. As soon as you put your plate number, we're gonna pull all the tickets that are open, closed, and you'll see it yourself right there. And the platform itself is free. If you want to fight for a ticket or you want to get legal defense or anything, then you have to pay. If for example, say you don't want a monthly subscription, you could pay $89.99 per ticket.
per ticket.
Yeah,
And these includes moving violations as well, like a speeding ticket.
speeding ticket and moving violations.
The only type of ticket we don't include within that subscription is DUIs.
Yeah.
Okay.
DUIs are very expensive. We're still negotiating terms with our lawyers that we have in house. We're still trying to figure out a number.
And
that
how
will
many
work.
attorneys you guys have in house right now?
So for TLC, we're covered for four
Mm-hmm.
TLC lawyers, and for the DMV throughout New York, we are working with about 28 lawyers right now.
So if there's an attorney out there who's watching this, right? How could they join your team?
Yeah, so they can just reach out to us through our email.
They can also go to the website too.
Oh yeah.
We have
Oh,
we have a dedicated
yeah. They
section
can
for
sign
that.
up on our website. It's a partner login as well.
So what's the email
Salman at defended.io.
and the website one more time?
Defended.io.
So you guys have been talking about the app, the functionalities. We're in 2019,
Yeah.
where apps are basically ruling the world right now.
Yes.
What was the struggles and the pain that you guys went through for creating this app? I want to know.
So, so here's the thing. We both work full time. I'm running two businesses right now. So you can imagine when you're trying to start another business and, full programming, dealing with people, going through day by day, everything. I mean, we're talking like, we're up till 4 a.m. and stuff like that, So I think, one of the things that I've realized that in our community, there's a lot of entrepreneurs or businessmen who are trying to come up in this space. Dedication, honestly. You could be working 9 to 5 or running your own business. But when you're coming up with an app or coming up with a beautiful website or software, you have to be dedicated. You have to be dedicated. You have to give time. You might have to be in a call at like 4 a.m. That's what you have to do.
And it's funny he says 4 a.m. because we have a few project managers that we hired that's off of California, and then a few of our developers out in India, and then we have a few guys in Haiti. So we're like a little bit resourced all over the place.
Yeah.
And 4 a.m. is a very important time for us because a lot of times we found being on a call because of the time differences and a lot of the other developers at 4 a.m. So
Yeah, like-
so we have to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to work, but we're up at 4 talking to them, trying to figure out the challenges they're facing and as far as which direction they need to take in terms of developing and fixing and bugging, and it's interesting you ask the challenges. I mean, look, we're dealing with challenges even today. To develop an application, it's a very, very time-consuming and a complicated process. But I think end of the day, you have to remember the end goal. I think that's what kept us going, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we would be on 2 hours of sleep, again, running a full day job, and then working on this in the evenings. And I think you just have to know the end goal. You just have to know that challenges happen. You just have to have the right team by your side. And I can stand here and say today I couldn't have done it without him.
Yeah.
I think we We pushed each other. I think, when developing an app, having the right team, having the right partner with whatever it is that you're doing, I think is very important. So, yeah.
So for our viewers out there who are people who are working 9 to 5s and looking to become an entrepreneur and they have an idea, what advice would you give to them?
So my first thing, right? I think one of the first advice that I would give to the young entrepreneurs, the uprising entrepreneurs, the new generations, if you have an idea, the first thing you need to do is write it down. Come up with a. It doesn't have to be a 90-page business plan. Like our business plan is like about 80-page.
Wow.
It doesn't have to be a 90-page or 80-page business plan, and that's because we've been doing it for a year and a half, right? So we trickle down a lot of different details in it. So if you have an idea, write it down, maybe 5, 6 pages. What are you looking to accomplish? Your mission, your vision, and how you're gonna get there, right? Once you have those items written down and you see it on paper, it's not just in your head. You gotta figure out on a daily basis to tackle these ideas to make it a reality. And then the following process will be trying to figure out, the time that you do have, how can you most effectively use that time? Either you find a partner, either you get appraisals or, pricing or what it's going to take. But look, I can tell you that hands-on, that building anything from scratch is not easy. There are tons of YouTube videos. There are days that I went on YouTube and researched, how do I do this? How do I do that? Like both of us are founders on this project, and we function as every arm of the project. I mean, when it comes to marketing, when it comes to creative side, when it comes to managing the IT team, when it comes to even managing the PMs, we are hands-on. And you just got to remember, a lot of times you can, what happens a lot of times you have an idea and then you don't know how to go about that idea.
You know how to execute the plan.
You don't know how to execute the plan, right? And definitely utilize, first thing, write it down so you can see it. It's hard written. Utilize YouTube videos, look up entrepreneurship. You're going to face challenges. I mean, we face so many challenges in the process, please.
Yeah. I think one of the biggest things is to stay motivated.
Yeah.
I think, like Farouk said, there is a lot of outlets over there that you can watch videos, get motivated. End of the day, if you have a good idea, you just need to put it together and go for it. And there's a lot of different outlets where you can find ways to build things together, And I think, just stay motivated and go for it. A lot of people just have ideas but don't do anything. You just have to go for it. I mean, technology space is really big right now, and a lot of different kids are coming up with different ideas and doing it actually,
That's why I mentioned the apps are running the world right now.
Apps are going to take over the world, if anything.
Yeah. So, the last question, so we wrap it all up, right? With you guys being sons of taxi drivers, growing up and watching your father or your mother struggle to make that dollar every single ride, right? Do you think that has impacted your life at all, or this is the reason it's impacted?
No, definitely. For me, it would be more because I've dealt with so many drivers, and I can honestly consider all these drivers my family. And I got these guys calling me all the time, uncle. They call me nephew. I mean, it's a relationship. Be it Desi, be it the African American community, be it the African community. It's amazing. I mean, and once you deal with these people, you get touched by them. And to give back and create a solution like this is just a blessing. And we're excited to sign up all these drivers on our platform. And more than that, we're excited to sign up a lot of regular drivers in general. This solution was built to help drivers be able to drive safely and get legal defense and be able to pay their ticket on time.
Yeah. So yes, absolutely. I would have to agree with what you said. Being born and being part of a family, being in the transportation space definitely shaped who I am today. And it definitely influenced my life decisions, my career decisions, and hence I'm here today. But I just wanted to kind of like touch on something in terms of the app itself and the business is our primary goal right now. We're trying to really focus down on the TLC and the Ubers and the taxi drivers initially, because we know that's our expertise, right? And then the next phase of our product is going to New York City, which is tackling the regular drivers and New York City, the 5 boroughs. And then the following phase will be New York State when we have a better understanding of the market, and eventually going nationwide. So look, I think the most important thing if you're watching this today is if you drive, the platform is absolutely free to use. You can sign up, you can see if you have any open tickets. We want to provide a simple all-in-one solution where you can manage your vehicle and your license for free. Everything on our platform is free. The only thing that you have to pay for, again, that we have to pay for, is when you need a lawyer, when you need to provide the legal defense, and we got to send somebody out. So that's the only expense there is. But as far as the whole platform, it is absolutely free to use. So feel free to sign up, check it out, give us some feedback. We would love to, have you part of the platform as we grow.
Well, of course, I'm going to sign up now. I think I have like 5 or 6 open tickets. You guys have been tuning to Shaquille and Company on America's Islamic Radio. We have Farouk and Laskar here from Defended app. They talked about it. You guys can watch this interview. It'll be rerun on our Facebook Live app. Any last words?
I mean, it's an honor being here. First of all, I mean, I'm watching the show for a couple of weeks now. But thank you, Kevin. We're looking forward to more videos coming up soon. And definitely, I mean, back to the entrepreneur space. I think a lot of upcoming entrepreneurs definitely should watch this show, because I think you'll be having more entrepreneurs on the show as well.
For sure.
And we're looking forward to that.
Yeah. So again, personally, on my behalf also, and from the Defended team, we have Alhamdulillah, we have a team of about 12 people right now from the whole team. Thank you for having us and giving us a platform and opportunity to kind of just get out there and let everybody know. My last message that I actually want to speak from the heart, just for a few seconds, to the Desi community is that I really find it very surprising to see that Desi community don't seem to be supporting Desi community a lot. This is something new for me. Like I've been part of the community. I think it's very hard. I think for us as entrepreneurs, is give back to the community and also help each other out. Like, if you talk to a brother who needs some help in terms of an idea, give them your understanding, give them your level of what you think it is on a positive term, right? Tell them how they can make it happen. If you have a resource, give them access to the resource. And for us, we are here, whatever resource we have. If anybody reaches out to us, we're more than open arm with all of that.
And how can they reach out to you guys?
So you can, again, Salman at defended.io, Farouk at defended.io.
And what's the website name?
Email, defended.io.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys have been tuning to Shaquille and Company on America's Islamic Radio. We wish you guys a happy Saturday.
Yeah. Thank you.